So if you're a football player that plays better in practices than in games, then this video is for you. Did it ever happen to you that during the week you're one of the best in your team, you're doing the practices right, team trainings are insane, the coach is saying he's gonna play you on the weekend, but when the weekend comes you just don't perform the same? This is what is called to be a practice player. And in today's video, we're not only going to address why it happens, but we're also gonna give you the solution to it so you can play with high confidence and you can perform the best in your games. Most of us football players, including me, suffer from this condition for a long time, and trust me, it's not a good place to be in. Especially because you know you can give more of yourself in the games, and in the practices you're doing alright, but when the game comes you just don't seem to perform. That will not only ruin your confidence, it will ruin your mindset, and it will just bring you down every time you go play. Why does this happen? In today's video I made a list of 5 things that are making you a practice player, and I'm gonna give you the solution to them. So keep watching, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and let's get right into the video. The first mistake you have is pressure and performance anxiety. In the training, you may have a midfielder that he can easily distribute the ball from one side to the other. He's controlling the ball however he wants. He's playing free, he's having fun, he's playing good. Now what happens? The game comes and that same midfielder feels the pressure, we're gonna call it pressure, of giving the perfect pass, of doing the perfect control, of not giving a bad pass to his teammate. And what does this create? This creates an anxiety to perform. The solution is simple, and we'll go back to the pressure terms right now. So instead of saying pressure, let's start seeing the pressure as an opportunity to showcase your skill to your coaches, the people that are going to watch you, and your teammates. The same way you're doing in practice, you gotta see that as an opportunity to showcase your skill and perform the best you can. So next time you play in a game, don't view the game as a pressure to do the perfect pass and limit your play style in front of everyone, but view it as an opportunity to show how good you really are. Now, let's move with number 2. The number 2 thing you're doing that is keeping you from playing at your fullest potential is overthinking in game situations. This is very common, it's happened to everyone, so let's get right into it. For example, you're in practice, the coach set up some cone drill, so you know exactly what to do, the ball's gonna come to you, you have to pass maybe to your teammate, he passes it back, then you shoot it, end of the drill. But when the game comes, what happens? You're gonna receive a ball, maybe the field is not perfectly straight, so it's gonna come bouncing, so you have to see how you're gonna control it. You have people coming to pressure you, there's no time, the game is quick, you start overthinking, you don't end up making a decision, we end up losing the ball. Completely normal, happened. Now, how do we fix overthinking in game situations? It's easy. You gotta take it one step at a time instead of focusing on the result. What do I mean by this? Most of you players will get the ball and are completely lost, they don't know where to start, they're thinking about scoring, and this makes a great overthinking, and it's super hard to make a decision from that. So instead of thinking in the result, let's start thinking the simple steps. So the ball is coming to me, okay, did I check my shoulders? Did I see who's on the field with me? Did I take a good first touch? Did I look again head up? Did I give a good pass? Did I receive the ball correctly? If I didn't, then I try to play easy. Do I have space? Do I don't have space? Is the player coming right after me? Is he not? All of these things are simple things you can start doing right now, and it's gonna help you play better in games. The third thing that is keeping you from playing at your best is unfamiliar pressure from the opponents. This is a reality, and it's gonna happen almost in every game due to the fact that in the training, you're training with your teammates, you already kind of know how they play, how they pressure you, if they pressure you, how their playing style is, if they like to play long balls, short balls, if they have quality, if they don't. But in the game, you really don't know the rival because you don't get the chance to study them. Only at a professional level is that you study the rival and you know how they play, kind of like how they pressure, and you can work on that during the week. But most of the cases I'm thinking of is young athletes that they don't have this opportunity to study the rival like this, and they just might not feel confident enough in their abilities to beat the rival in the game. So how do we overcome this? This has many solutions, however we're just gonna focus on 2 main points that I want you to understand right now. The first one being accepting the mistakes and moving on to the next play. Like we said, it's a new rival, you don't know how they pressure you, you don't know how they play, if they're good, if they're bad, if they're okay. So mistakes are going to happen, this is normal part of the game, and when the mistakes happen, you accept it, try to learn from it right away, so next play you adjust to the mistake you previously made. This way you're studying the rival as you play, and you get to showcase all of your abilities, playing with more trust and not caring about the mistake. Because when the mistake happens, you're gonna just shake it off and move to the next play, and try to make sure that in the next play we don't do the mistake. And if we don't do it that time, then guess what? The next time we're not gonna do it, all right? This is the type of mentality we should go in for the game. And the other point that I want to make, it's do not fall for the other team's playing style. Do not get in their game. Why? Because in their game, you're gonna end up losing. This is because you train a certain way with your team, your coach tells you to play a certain way. So in the game, we should try to translate the training playing to the actual game. So how we train, how we play, what the coach tells us to do, we implement in the game, and that's our playing style. So keep your playing style with your team. Don't go into the other team's playing style, because you're gonna end up losing, or it's going to end up being a bad game because you're not used to their playing style and they are used to their playing style. So it's a big disadvantage not only to you but to your teammates, and it's not gonna help you play the best you can. The fourth mistake that is making you a practice player is the difference in environment in training and in games. By different environment, I mean that in trainings you're usually with your teammates just having fun, playing freely. If you make a mistake, that's alright. Coach isn't gonna say anything because there's no like big responsibility, right? We're there to learn, we're there to get better, and we're there to get ready for the game. Now, when the game comes, most of you players may feel stuck or maybe a little nervous because what changes now? The environment. So instead of just being your friends, laughs, and if there's a mistake, nothing happens. In the game, if you make a lot of mistakes, the coach is gonna sub you off. The parents are watching. You probably think they're gonna say something bad about you or your teammates, and they're gonna make fun of you. And once you start doing this snowball of negative thoughts, your confidence is gonna dump, and that's why you remain being a practice player. The way to fix this is, when you get into the game, think of all the positive stuff you did in the training during the week. Think that you're ready, you trained well, you did all the things good, all the previous steps prior to the game, you did the right way. So you should not feel nervous, you should be excited to take on this opportunity to show your parents that came to watch you, your friends, your teammates, the coach, that you're doing a great job during the week, and now in the weekend, it's time to beat everyone and be yourself. This way, you're not only gonna have fun, but you're gonna play way better, and you're not gonna be afraid of taking risks, making mistakes, because you're not putting that environment against you, you're putting it in your favor. And before we move on with the last tip, I just wanted to make sure, guys, you're enjoying the video. Drop a quick like. It doesn't affect anybody, it only helps me and it helps you to keep getting recommended my videos, which we talk about confidence and helping you guys become better players on the field, on the mental aspect and on the physical aspect. So if you're liking this video, make sure to sub. We also dropped another video, we're gonna leave it over here so you guys click it and go watch it. And let's go with the most important tip for today's video. The last thing that keeps you being a practice player is taking the games way too serious. And wait a second, I'm gonna explain what taking the game too serious means and why you shouldn't be taking the game that serious. Taking the game too serious is saying, okay, this is a serious game, I need to play every pass perfect, I cannot miss a pass because the coach will be mad, and I can't disappoint the coach, I can't disappoint the people that came. I trained all the week, I trained more than everyone else, so in the week I gotta perform better than the rest, so it should be serious, 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 serious. When in reality, the sport is about having fun. There's a clear example. Neymar, after losing Copa America versus Argentina, he was laughing with Messi and I think it was Paredes after the game like it was just a normal game. So why would you guys that you're playing at an amateur, semi-professional or even professional level, these guys were playing for their country, representing their country, and at the end of the game they were still laughing. And in the game, guess what? They laugh, they have fun, they don't take it that serious, right? So I'm not saying don't take it serious at all, just go there and do whatever you want. No, you gotta take it serious, but to a certain extent where you allow fun to go in the game, because this combined is gonna be super powerful to you and it's gonna help you playing games the best you can possibly play. Trust me, guys, I used to take the game super serious. I used to think, okay, if I miss one pass then I play a bad game, when in reality the game is about making mistakes, learning from the mistakes and having fun. If you're not having fun playing football, then that's a big problem, right? So that's gonna wrap up today's video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to sub, like, drop a comment, I'm gonna leave my Instagram right here. If you have any doubts with confidence and you need any help, feel free to reach out to me. I will gladly respond to you, and see you on the next video.